like to redo Fred's tank. Now, the MPs that are speaking about it or being asked these detailed questions don't know what the fuck to say. Those are 200 and something people. Morning everyone, or afternoon. I think it's just gone 12 o'clock. Where's my other... I've got these really nice headphones. They're not like super expensive or anything. They're like 30 quid from Amazon and they're like, ugh. I keep not carrying a case around with me, and you know the little like Apple ones but not ridiculously expensive like Apple. I've got breakfast and lunch in one. How can I show you this? Like this. So I've got 2 veggie sausages made from like mushroom, parsley, tomato and something else. These beans are left over because I actually made them myself. So it's kind of like the same beans you use for baked beans. And then they've got tomato paste, water, salt, pepper, some herbs and spices like cumin, paprika, chili powder, garlic, onion, salt, all that kind of stuff. And then I've got some leftover roasted potatoes and some tomatoes. So this is my breakfast and lunch. That's what I fancied. I fancied something hot. I didn't want a shake, but I probably will have a shake as like a mid-afternoon snack or something. Probably have like peanut butter, seeds, spinach and I think chocolate flavour protein today. It's windy as shit. It is so windy. I'm just gonna watch some like paranormal story times. I don't know what is wrong with me lately, but I've been obsessed. I don't really have plans for today, to be honest, because yeah, it's windy. It's actually quite cold outside. I don't think I want to go for a walk today. I don't know about any of you, but I get really bad earache if I go out in the wind and I don't wear a hat, like really badly, like throbbing horribleness. Very interesting. Yesterday's announcement or non-announcement. I guess over the coming few days we'll get some more information. I mean, Dominic Raab seemed to have fucked up this morning and then the government later had to apologise by... I mean, this is the thing, you've got people speaking on it, and even the MPs that are speaking about it or being asked these detailed questions don't know what the fuck to say, you know? Nicola Sturgeon apparently has banned Boris Johnson's Stay Alert slogan in Scotland. Good on her. Can we have her? I know everyone's going to be like, oh, she's being very, you know, she's being overly cautious. I'm sure everyone in Scotland is like, oh, for God's sake, let us out. But it's a really kind of tricky thing to manage, as I've said before, because we need to get the economy going again. But any kind of movement on lockdown rules right now, as we are just past the peak. I mean, we had a couple of days this week where there were like 600 people that have died. And that's a lot of people. I think we're becoming desensitised to the numbers. Like a good day, get this, a good day is like 200 and something. Those are 200 and something people. That could be someone's mum, dad, that could be someone's sister, that could be someone's child. You know, we are kind of, because we're so used to seeing the numbers in the hundreds now, it's almost like if you've got it down from like 900 to 400 or 400 to 200, like it's not that bad. If there was suddenly a train crash, an awful train crash on one of the tubes or something like that, and like 57 people died, people would be gobsmacked. But we're seeing hundreds of people dying every day, and we've become like a bit meh, oh, that's not so bad. We're kind of forgetting that these are people, you know, people's friends and relatives, and I think that's really sad. And I think the other thing we're forgetting is that we may be past the peak, but that's like just as bad as like just before the peak. Do you know what I mean? Past the peak doesn't really mean much. So it'd be interesting to see if I start getting emails, tentative sort of putting the feelers out and stuff, for if, you know, clients are prepared to shoot with minimal people in studio and PPE to be worn at all times, whether I might be able to go to work. Having said that, would I want to travel the amount I have to travel to get to the clients that I know would be prepared to book me right now? Who knows, because the reduced services are, you know, and an increase in the number of people using those reduced services is going to make it really difficult to enforce any kind of social distancing on our public transport services, and that's going to be a massive issue. I don't know how I'm feeling about it really. Not much has changed, to be honest. I'm going to probably check on my little plant babies. I won't take you with me though, just because it is windy as fuck outside. It is blowing a hurricane. And I've ordered a set of crested gecko like bioactive kit from a specific like gecko shop. They sell like snakes and things, but it's more of like an independent reptile shop. I know I could have picked my plants and stuff myself, and I did do a bit of research, and I did also receive some really good advice from my reptile Instagram and stuff, because I did kind of put some feelers out and ask some questions if anyone else had done that. But I just felt like it saved me more money to have a kit already put together and everything I needed in it, including like the little drainage layer and stuff like that. So that is how I've done it. So I'm waiting for that to arrive, because I would really like to redo Fred's tank. Now, if you were going to get a gecko and bring one home, then the ideal scenario is to be able to have it set up for a little bit before you put your gecko in. But because it's a revamp, and I think that he deserves it, and they are quite light, you know, I tried to do Gary's tank bioactive and he literally destroyed all of my plants a couple of times, and I thought, I'm just not going to buy any more because this is not worth it. You know, maybe when I have my own place or whatever, when I can put him in a tank that's enough space for him for a week or something, I could go properly bioactive without him kind of trashing everything. But I think Fred, because he's so small and light, and some of these plants are like of a decent size, they should be able to kind of root themselves and not get squished and stuff. So I'm waiting for that to arrive as well. And then I also did receive a Beauty Bay parcel today, because I did an order a couple of days ago of a new tan, basically tanning stuff, because I think the weather, although it's gone a little bit shit again, is probably going to get a bit nicer later. I wanted to pick up a couple of bits from Bondi Sands and also try the Sosu Jackson, the liquid gold tan, and I thought while I was off, now is a good time to trial something before I actually need to be tan for lingerie and stuff for when I might start having a couple of shoots again. She said really optimistically. Who am I kidding? But I wanted to be a really nice colour for my birthday, because my birthday is on Wednesday. I didn't spend a ridiculous amount of money either for the amount of stuff that I got, because Bondi Sands, especially if you're looking at their tanning oils, and I picked up some new sunscreen that's like Factor 50, you know, those are like under a tenner, so I picked up a fair amount and it will last me months, which is handy. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this now and finish watching my paranormal stories. How exciting. So it is, what is it? It is 9 o'clock. I have just got out of the bath. I had an email from my agency today just kind of putting feelers out if there's going to be transport sort of sorted in the next sort of week or so, saying that clients are trying to plan a few shoots and make sure that they are keeping models safe and stuff. And as an option, can any of us do our own hair and makeup and little bits and pieces like that. So I did kind of email back and say the things that I would be concerned about and things that I saw that could potentially be an issue as well. Just like things like reduced services of trains and stuff, especially as I commute into London, sort of not lining up necessarily with a standard like 9 till 5 or 9 till 6 p.m. shoot time. Just little things like that, just making sure that if I have to travel a significant journey for some of my regular clients, that you know, if they were able to book me onto certain trains and things, making sure that we leave on time and there's not an opportunity for me to miss that kind of thing. So there's been sort of tentative talks about getting back to work, and because I haven't earned any money for like 8 weeks now, even though I am owed some money still from a number of clients, it would be really nice to close the gap and start earning some actual money, even if I just kind of, none of my German clients I'll be able to work for months. I don't think that, you know, the travel's just not an option, and I wouldn't want to go if even someone asked me tomorrow. So yeah, it feels like there might be a chance, even if I just want to give it a go and see how I feel in the studio or feel using public transport. I would have no qualms about saying if I didn't feel like that was an option for me, having tried it. I have no qualms about saying that whatsoever. I think it's everyone's personal choice to choose, within the guidelines of course, whether, you know, if they do have an option, and I'm lucky that financially I do have the option, whether that's something that they feel comfortable doing right now. So I am worried about money, because I worry about money. Obviously my loss of earnings over the last couple of months do concern me, but as I've said to you guys before, I don't have a mortgage, I don't have children to look after, but you know, I'm saving to not be at my parents'. My boyfriend and I really want to live together, all of this kind of stuff, and it would be really nice to be able to possibly feel like I could be making some progress, especially because I would be able to save more money than I normally would be because of the lack of travel. Because normally I have to fork out for like taxis and my food when I'm abroad and things, and I keep those receipts of course for expenses at the end of the year and stuff, and some of that does go back to the client, but that's still money that I sometimes have to spend before it's kind of put against my tax and things like that. So it's still money that's coming out of my account, whereas right now, if there is a way for me to go back to work feeling safe, and I decide that that's something that I want to do, then it could be a good opportunity for me to make the most of the fact that maybe I only have like 1 or 2 clients and it's only one or 2 days a week, for example, and that because I'm not spending the amount of money that I normally would to do other jobs, it's an opportunity for me to tuck more away. So yeah, it's been good talks today, and hopefully over the next week and stuff we'll just see what clients are receptive to and things like that. So yeah, I took a phone call while the briefing was on this evening, so I didn't see that, so I will just be having sort of a read up on what's been going on and see what's been happening. I'm going to moisturise and then do a tan tonight, and then I will wash it off in the morning. I've just got to finish off my vlog that's going live today, and yeah, I hope you guys are staying safe. Let me know how you are doing. Always happy to hear from you guys. Thanks to those of you that comment really regularly. It's really nice to kind of feel like I'm getting to know you guys a little bit when I'm kind of sharing my slightly boring daily life with you all. I hope you're doing okay. I will see you tomorrow. Lots of love, and do take care of yourselves. I will see you very soon. Okay, bye.